Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today and tomorrow we are going to be finishing up some rust repair in the back of the S13 hatch. There's some rust and stuff back there that I want to wire wheel down and bare metal primer and then paint over. I did the whole front of the car, so I just have from the back seats to the back left to do. So in today's video we're going to go ahead and get that started. So let's jump right into it. Trunk mat. When's the last time you seen a 240 with one of these? It's pretty cool. Okay, so these don't really work that well, so I have this broom here to hold the hatch up. But this is kind of like what I'm talking about. This like rust here. There's a little over here. There's something going on there. And all in all, this is actually pretty nice and pretty good looking. Like I said, we're going to just probably cut this out. Or maybe even smaller, I don't know. But like I said, the dude made a battery tray. So he just started self-tapping holes in here to hold it in. So this thing's kind of messed up. So I don't know, we're going to do something with it. But basically what I'm gonna do the same as over here. I'm just gonna wire wheel this rusty spots, and then I'm just gonna kind of lightly bare metal primer it with this white like I did, and then I'm just gonna paint over it all black. I'm gonna do everything up in here, the speaker holders, all the sides, just pretty much everything, to be honest. Everything you see is what we're gonna do, even back in here, just literally everything. So yeah, so let's get right into it, start wire wheeling, and then well, I'm gonna clean it all up first with some just like soap and water, wipe everything down, wire wheel, let it dry, and then get the paint and start primering. So let's go ahead and get right on that. Okay, so first step, I'm going to start with the shop vac, and I'm going to go around and like sweep up all the loose debris. So let's go ahead and start with that. Okay, now that I have everything all loosely vacuumed out, I'm going to take these detailing brushes that I have and some soap and water and just go around everything and just kind of clean it all up, dry it out, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so I have all the inside here cleaned out, so I'm just going to take my shop vac because it's all wet and dry and just suck all this water out of here real quick. Alright, so far so good. This car is actually titled as a green car, and I didn't believe it until just now, but this is actually pretty green. So that's kind of cool. Must be the stock color. So, but you can see I made quite an improvement already. This is clean, this is dirty, obviously. That's everywhere back here. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep cleaning this. But so far this spot looks pretty nice. So yeah, I just used a really old tea towel that I had laying around and just wiped up all the extra that the vacuum didn't get. So next thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take the taillights out. Here, and just some of these like electrical things. I'm just going to kind of get them up and out of the way so I can get in back here and get all this kind of cleaned up next, and then we'll do like the walls and stuff, and yeah, we'll just keep cleaning for now. This probably isn't the best way to do it because once you wire wheel all this, it'll probably get dirty again anyway. But in my head, I feel like I just wire wheel this and like some of these little spots, it won't be that bad, but we'll see. I'm just gonna do it this way. I'm no expert, so you can do as I'm doing or figure out a way that works best for you, but this is how I'm gonna do it, so I'm just going to keep going with this. So yeah, next we'll just keep cleaning and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so if you've never taken your taillights out, they come out in 4 sections. This one by itself, then the middle, and then this one. And then there's also this piece at the bottom that comes out as well. And how you take that out is there's a bunch of these little nuts, I guess? Yeah, they're nuts, but they're 8 millimeters, they're not 10. And they go all along down here. There's one here, and here, and here. So that takes all the bottom thingy off, which is this metal piece. And then for the tail lights, there's, you know, little bolts here. There's one right here. So yeah, they'll all come out in 4 different sections. I know Type X, these are actually together. I can't remember if this is. It might be. So I know that like this section goes over top of this right here. So just be careful how you take this out. I started with this piece first because it was easier on the bottom. So yeah, I started with that piece first, that metal piece at the bottom. So now I'm going to go in and get all the rest of the screws for this one, and this one. Okay, so next step for me is I took the middle out after the metal piece. Don't forget that there's a hidden one right here. You can't really see it because of the wires are in the way. Try and get you a good view here. Anyway, when you're looking down on it, it's right here. This one. But the wire cable thingy is in the way. Can't get a good view. But when you're standing up here, you can't see it because this is in the way. There we go. Anyway, it's right here. Both sides. Right there. So, don't forget that. So there's just 3 here and 3 here. And then you don't have to take the light bulbs out. Just take the little plug out. And then this whole section comes out. Easy peasy. And then we'll do that one and that one. And then you'll have your whole taillight. Just a forewarning. If you've never taken these taillights out before, they are sealed to the body. So when you pull them apart, there's actually like glue down in there that is quite nasty. But it's yeah, it's a seal. So these are actually kind of hard to get out. See all that? So if you've never done this, just be careful. Don't break anything. Just pull slowly. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth, up and down. Whatever you gotta do. Just like get these out. But yeah, just wanted to let you know that that is in there. Look at that. That's gross. And if you've never cleaned it, you'll get stuff like this. And then this will stick to this, and oh, it's nasty. But yeah, they put a glue seal around this so no water goes in there. So just be careful when you pull these out. Don't break them if you want to use them ever again. So just letting you know. Alright, I got them both out. I'm glad I did because this is gross. There's a lot of nasty stuff. I've been lying in here for who knows how long. Looks like I got some like moss or algae growing in here between them too. Down in the corners. There's a whole bunch of it right here. So if your car's been sitting for a long time, definitely make sure you check this out. But anyway, here's that glue I was telling you about. It's kind of all over the place. So yeah, while you have those out, you might as well clean this spot up real good. And if you haven't, you might as well do your jams and stuff too. I know I'm going to. So just a whole bunch of cleaning going on here. I know we started in here, but might as well do it all. So let's go ahead and do that next. So I have 22 of these to take all 4 of those out. So if your car has all of these, you should have 22. If you're missing a couple, then maybe go back and check, make sure you got them all. So yeah, I have 22 here. Well, dropped one, so now I have 21. I'll pick it up then. Alright, so next step for me was to remove this bracket that holds the speakers in place. I already went ahead and took this one out. There's 4 bolts. There's one in the corner. Sorry about that guy's dog. There's one in the corner. There's one right here, which is there. There's one up here, which is there. And then there's one back there behind this thing. Right back there. So I'm going to take this out. The one on the driver's side has the antenna on it. So just be careful when you go to remove all this, because this will still be on here. Most of these get pretty rusty, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this one by itself outside the car, and same with this one. You can already tell and see that it's starting to get surface rust on it. Every 240 I've ever owned, this gets super rusty because no one ever has the speaker cover thingies. So yeah, we're just going to take care of this outside the car separately by itself, and yeah, so we'll move on to the next step. Okay, well, it's starting to get dark out, so I've gotten myself to a good stopping point. I've gotten everything in here all cleaned up. I've gotten those all taken off. All the walls have been cleaned all the way around and down. This part's looking pretty nice. This side over here is looking pretty good too. All the walls and stuff are looking good. So yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with this like section right here. I'm just gonna tape it off and not even paint it, because I'm just gonna take it out anyway. So from this square over, we're gonna go ahead tomorrow, and we're gonna wire wheel it, and then we'll bare metal primer it, and then paint over it, and then back here will look pretty nice. Looks like somebody before me has go ahead and taken out the factory sound deadening. Don't really know what went there, but I believe that's what that was. Yeah, so once we get this all painted and looking good, we can go ahead and put all our plastics and trunk carpets and stuff back in, and we can complete the interior. So that's exciting. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop here, and I'll pick this up tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.